So let's start with JavaScript. So let me open the notepad. Okay, so before going further in today's class, I'll just walk through what we'll be learning in this whole session and how it is helpful to you in your job selection. So we will do HTML, which we have done much of it. Then we have JavaScript and then CSS. These three technologies are important for the front-end web development. And in addition to these three things, we need to learn React.js as a framework which will help you to build the websites much faster than in pure JavaScript. So when you go for front-end web development job, these four things are needed. There are a few more things which may help in getting the job. Those are called as SAS, LESS. I'm just writing the name, unit test, unit test. So this whole include in your front-end web development job selection, ESLint, and what else? Let me think. Yeah. So and some projects which you can build based on about technologies. And if you go for the back-end web development, yeah, we will do SAS and LESS also. So we'll do that also. SAS and LESS part also we'll do, because those are important in getting the job. And in the back-end web development, we need to learn the Node.js. There are other technologies like PHP, Python, which we will not do. But if you're interested, you can learn online. What we will do only related to JavaScript, like Node.js and a database point of view. Because you need to save your data. Whenever you make website, you need to save the data on somewhere. So let's say if you have the Facebook has data, whatever you post, it saves somewhere. So you need the database for that. And for the database, we will be doing, most of the time we will doing parse server, but we will learn the basics of MySQL and MongoDB. But all the projects which we will do, we'll do on the parse server. And parse server internally uses the MongoDB. If you don't understand these terms, when we will do, you will understand it much better way. Right now I'm just writing the name of what we are trying to build. And then we will go with the mobile development. Since every company wants the mobile developer, so in addition to these two parts, we will also do React Native, which is a mobile web development. Okay, but it is, so once you know the React.js, this React Native, both are similar. Maybe we can do together this React.js and React Native, so that both are similar, so you will understand in a better way. So this after few years, mobile jobs will be at the top level, because everyone is using the mobile for their work or for the surfing, TikTok or Facebook or any kind of, you see, it's all the mobile development. So the jobs will be much more on the React Native than the React.js. Right now the jobs are more in the React.js than React Native. But in future years, this will grow much at the higher level. So we will do this part also. So basic point is JavaScript. Once you know JavaScript, all these things will become much easy for you to understand. That's why we will be doing JavaScript in much more detail than any other part of this course. Okay, this is the high level what we will be doing in the class. Sorry, So now let's start with the JavaScript. We have done a lot of JavaScript. Those who have not attended, they can see my old lectures, and you can know what we have covered in the JavaScript part. So today we will start with, though I have done the arrays, we will do arrays in much detail. We will do arrays. So in programming language, if I want to create a variable, I can use the var keyword, and I will give the name of the variable, for example name equal to ABC. Now if I type name, I will get ABC. So the name is a variable and it has the value of ABC in its memory location. So name is somewhere in the memory and it has the value of ABC. Okay, but then we have another kind of variable that is called array. So I will name it anything var array r equal to, and I will put it in the rectangular bracket. In the rectangular bracket, whatever I put, it will be the part of this variable, and I can put multiple items like ABC, X, Y, Z. So here you see I can put only one value, but in the array I put one value, another value. I can put many values in it. Whatever I want, I can put here. So here only the one variable is there, but it can hold many values in it. So when we have some data where we have lot of things to be saved, instead of creating name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, it is better to create an array, and to create the array we use this rectangular bracket. That is why we use the rectangular bracket. So this is the one way of creating the array. Array means lot of elements can be saved in one variable. So in the memory location, this whole things will be saved as a part of this variable name. Now if I want to access ABC, what I will do, I will say R0. So whenever I save it, to access these elements, we start with the 0 number, 1 number, 2 number, 3 number, and 4 number. So if I want to access ABC, I will use AR0. If I want to access XYZ, what I will use? AR1. And if I want to access this, how will I call this one? Can anyone tell me? To access this, I will use AR0. So it starts with a 0 letter. So to access this, I will use 0. To access this, I will use 1. What will I use to access this? 2, array 2, right? So I will say array of 2 to access this. What will I use to access this? Array 3, right? So it starts with 0 and goes on increasing. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will put the variable name R, and if I want to access this, I will put 0 in the rectangular bracket. If I want to access this part, I will put 1 in the rectangular bracket. If I want to access this part, I will put 2 in the rectangular bracket. And to access this, I will use array of 3, and to access this, I will use array of 4. So this is how I access the variables in the array. We are doing lot more detail of the array now, and it will take many days to complete the array. So don't think that it will be completed today. I'll be repeating this array for many days. So let's create another array. For example, I will say hobbies. I will create my hobbies, and I will say my hobbies are chess. Maybe I can say movies, eating. So these are my hobbies. So if I want to see hobbies, if I put hobbies, I will see list of all the hobbies I have: chess, movies, and eating. So if I want to access each hobby, I can say hobbies of 0. So I will get chess. So if I say hobbies of 1, I can access movie. There is a spelling mistake. So, and if I want to access this one, I will say hobbies of 2. Okay, so this is how I can travel the hobbies which I want. So we have done this a lot in our past class. I am just repeating this thing. Now we need to do some functionalities on these arrays. One of the functionality which we have to do today is called a push. What is it called? Push. So let's do something of the push. So this is the push is the one of the methods of the array which we will be doing, and push means as follows. So if I have array, for example A, my array is A with value of 1, 2, 3. So it has numeric value of 1, 2, 3. If I put A, I will see all the values are here. But if I want to add one more value, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, how can I do? I can say A of, so right now I say 0, 1, 2. It starts with a 0, 1 and 2. If I want to add next element, I can say A of 3 equal to 4, for example. Then if I read A, it is saying 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I want to add one more element, how can I do? I can say A of 4 equal to 5. So when I see it, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now this is one of the way when I can add one more element in the array. What is another way to add element in the array? So another way to add the element in the array is called push. I will say A dot push, and then I will put the item which I want to put. For example, 6. Now when I see A, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this 6 part was added in the array. So whenever I want to add new element in the array, I will always use push rather than using this method. This method is not very good because for this we need to know how many elements are there, and then we have to create like this. But with the push, I don't need to understand whether how many elements are there in the array, and I can add directly one element in the last of the array by using the push method. Let's add one more. A dot push 7. Now if I see A, the 7 is added and the end of the array. If I want to add two elements in the array, for example 8, 9, I can write 2 times like this, and I can write again one more time 9. Then 8 and 9 both will be added in the end, for example. So 8 and 9 have been added in the end. This is the console.log. This is the console of the browser where I am writing all this. So if you open any browser and if you click 3 dot and click more tools, you can go to developer tools. You can go to developer tools and you can see this console where I am writing all the code. In real world, I will not write in the console.log, but for learning purpose, I am writing in this console, and that is only for the learning purpose. So don't think that in the real world also I will be making project here in this console. So let's see what is A. A is having the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I can add multiple element by putting comma. I will say 10, 11, and 12. So when I am using the push, I can also give the multiple values, and when I click enter, you will see A is got 10, 11, and 12 in the end. So in the push, we can add multiple elements in the array, and every element which I put in the push goes in the end of the array and add in the end of this array which I have. That is how push works. Okay, let's do few more examples of the push so that you are clear with the array. Okay, 1 second, let me check. Okay, let's have a variable called as cities, and I will put the city, for example, Delhi, Mumbai. So these two cities I have in the array. Now if I want to add more cities, I can say cities dot push and I will name the city which I want to add. For example, Los Angeles. I can add London. And if I want to see the cities, so I can see all the cities in this array. So what I use the cities dot push to add the elements in the array. Okay, now let's do one more example. I will create a variable called as animals, and I will create an array of pigs, goats, and sheep. So these are the initial elements in the array. Now I will give you here to do the exercise and give me the answer, and then I will do. Now you have to add cows, cats, dogs, chickens in this animal array. How will you do that? So do it or type it in the chat. Just type in the chat how will you add these animals in the animal array. So it's saying animal dot push cows, cat, dog, chicken. So the first Anand has given the answer, but this answer is wrong. Let's see what others can answer it. I need other answers. Yeah, how has given the answer? Animal dot push cows, cat, dogs, and chickens. Yeah, this is the right answer. Each one is string. I want to say animals dot push. If I put directly this, it will give error because these are string value, and always the string value should come in the single quote or double quote. I can say like single quote like this. Yeah, or double quote I have to put. Either of them is okay. Only 3 people have answered. What about others? 3, 4 people. Why? Even if someone has put the right answer, you should also answer it so that when you type it or when you write it, you will remember it. And if you don't type it or write it, you will not remember it. Now let's try to see the syntax. What is the syntax? Syntax is push, and I can put element in it. So this is the one way, or I can say push element 1, element 2, dot 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 element n. So we can put n number of elements by comma separating inside this push. When I use push, all will be added in this array, and the array will grow to n number of size. In Java or other languages, we have to define how many length of the array I want to create. But JavaScript is peaceful. You can add n number of elements without initially mentioning how many elements you want in the array. So like this animal has 3 elements, but it can grow. It can grow to n number of elements if we use push, and it will grow in the size. But in some languages, we have to specifically say, okay, I want this much size of the array, and I can put only those number of items in the array. But in JavaScript, you can put n number of elements by using the push command. This push command is very useful, and in almost all my projects, real life projects, I use the push command. So just remember this push command very thoroughly and try to repeat it again and again. So this is very important. So the first part which we did in the array is called push. The second thing which we want to do in the array is called pop. Now what is pop? So for example, if I have array of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the 6 elements in the array. If I want to remove the atom, last atom, that is the 6, I want to remove the 6, then I will use a pop. So if this is the array, I want to remove this last 6 number, I will use the pop. So I can create a variable var b, and here I will say a.pop. When I say a.pop, it will take a array, that is this array, and it will use the pop. Pop means it will remove the last element from the array and assign it to the b variable. So if I do a.pop, what will be the value of b? 6. And what will be the value of a after this line? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why 5? Because 6 atom is removed and is removed using the pop method. Okay, so if I do b equal to a.pop, if I check what is b, b is the 6 because it will get the last element. And if I want to check a, it will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements are there in the a. If I do pop again, then a will be having 4 elements. If I do pop again, then a will be having 1, 2, 3. So each time whenever I do pop, one element is removed from the end of the array. If I do pop again, let's see what a got. A got 1 only. So let's do one more time. Okay, let's take a. A is empty array. Let's do pop one more time. So it is undefined because a is empty array. So anytime a is empty, whenever I do a.pop, it will be undefined and it will not give anything. Let me do multiple times. But since a is the array and it is getting undefined because it's nothing, we don't have any element. So it will only give the elements till we have something in the array. Once array is empty, it will give undefined and we don't get anything. If we need a both array, new and the previous one. So generally that comes, you cannot keep a as full because it modifies the a and it gives the result of the a. Okay, then you have to create a copy using different method, and then you can delete this one, you can remove it from it. So I don't want to go to that part now, how to keep it a also and b also. That is little advanced topic and that topic will not be covered today. Okay, but in future, because many students are very new, I don't want to work on that part now. But remember, we are only removing the elements from the a, and we don't want to keep the a as it is. Okay, if you want to keep also this old copy, then you have to save it somewhere and we can retrieve it later at some point of time. Okay, we have to save it differently. It's in some variable and using some special mechanism. So we will see that later, how to keep this copy. Okay, right now just concentrate on the pop. Okay, right now we are not talking about keeping the copy here. I don't want to put that part burden now. Okay, so just only concentrate on the pop part now. Okay, let me give some examples of the pop and you have to give me the answer. Okay, let me create one more variable. Variable name is called fish and it has the name of the fish: angel, clown, mandarin, and sturgeon. So these are the name of the fish. Now if I do fish.pop, Okay. So when I do fish.pop, what will be remaining in the fish? Whether it will remain all four or it will remain clown mandarin sturgeon or it will remain angel clown mandarin. First three or first four, what will remain in the fish? First three. Right, first three element, because when I do fish.pop, the last element is removed and we have three elements present in the array. Right. So if I do again fish.pop, then what will remain? When I do fish.pop, two elements, these two. When I do fish.pop again, then what will remain? One element, that is angel. Okay, right. I will not do further because you got the point. Okay, so this one was about the push and pop. So we did two things today, push and pop. Tomorrow we will do two more things, that is called unshift and shift. Okay, and then we will do some projects in it using this four. We will do some problems using this four. Okay, so right now I will do some refresh of our array basic again. So for example, if I have array A equal to 1, 2, 3, or 1, I will put string A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. If I want to travel this array, I will use the for command, and in the for, those who know for, they will understand. Those who don't know for, they can go back in my old lectures and you will learn it from here. So it has for has three parameters. First parameter, okay, before going to for, if I want to access this A, I will use A of 0. If I want to use B, I will use A of B, A of 1. So I can access 1. If I want to access C, I will use 2. If I want to access D, I will use 3. If I want to use E, I will use 4. If I want to use F, I will use 5, A of 5. I get F. So you will see this numeric number increases 0, 1, 2, 3 and till it goes to the last point. How will I know I have reached the last point? Because if I use 8.length, it will give me the sixth number. That means there are 6 elements in this array. So I can loop it programmatically. Here I am writing one by one, but now I will loop it programmatically. I will say var I equal to 0. So since it starts with the 0, I will say var I equal to 0, and I will say I less than. I have to count the numbers. So how many numbers are there? 6. I can use a.length. So it will go from 0 till 5 because it is less than a.length. A.length is 6. That means I should be less than 6. That means I should be till 5 number. And we have the 5 number as the last number of this array. And I will do plus plus, I plus plus. That is every time increase the value of I. Now I will print. What I will print? I will print I is, and I will say this I, and then value is, now I have to read the value of this one. To read the value of this one, I have to use A of 0. A of 0 means first time I will be 0. So I will put I here. Second time I will be 1 because we are increasing the I. Second time it will be 1. So I of 1 will be the B. Third time I will be 2. So 2 means it will show C. Fourth time I will be 3. It will show D. fourth time I will be 4, it will show E, and next time it will show phi and it will show F. So every time it will go from 0 to phi and it will show all the letters in each line. So first time I is 0, I am seeing the value of A. How I am seeing A of I? I is increasing every time. So initially I is 1, A will become B, A of I will become B. I is 2 and the value is C. So I can loop through each of this element using the for loop. So using this concept, we can loop through the array. Okay. So now you can write down in your notepad this as the array and how to loop through the array using this one. Tomorrow I will make this problem little complicated and you have to solve that problem, which will be based on these two lines. So just copy this line and then copy this line. And tomorrow I will give you problem which will take use of these two lines, but you have to do little more work and solve that problem. So let me write down. Okay. So these two lines are important to understand how we travel the array. And tomorrow we will use these two lines. Plus we will also use push method, which I told you today, to do one problem. Okay, let me know once you're done writing these two lines. Okay, so just remember these two lines. Tomorrow you have to do one problem. That will be our first real problem in the JavaScript. Okay, now let's go to our CSS part. So the CSS part, for the CSS part, you need to install this Visual Studio Code, and I have told you how to install the Visual Studio Code and how to, how to create the project folder, how to create the file. Everything I have taught you in the previous class. This is something from our last lecture. We did some background color, background image. So to add the background color, I will use background color equal to brown, red or green. Or for using the image, I will use background image and I will give the URL of that image. If I want to repeat on the x-axis, I will say background repeat of x. If I want to repeat on the y-axis, I will say background repeat of y. If I want to repeat x and y-axis, I will just say background repeat of the repeat. And if I don't want to repeat, only I want one copy, then I will say background repeat of no repeat. If I say background attachment of x, then even if you scroll down, the background will remain there. But if I say background attachment scroll, then if you scroll down, background will also scroll with your scroller. Position, which we are going to do today. And next is the background size. Size is I can give some pixel, that is the size of the image, how much image I want. Or if I put content as a size, it will take whole of the image. And if I use the cover, then it will take the image, the whole image, but it may, based on the size, it may cut on the right side or left side or bottom because it is cover. So let's say my div is 400 pixel and image is 800 pixels, so it will cut the sides. But with the whole image, it will resize the image to contain in the div which I have. So this is all things which we have seen last time. The background position is something which we will see now. Okay, so let's do the background position. Okay, so to give the real example of the background position, I will download one image and then I will show you the power of that image so that you will know that how to use the background position. So let me go to Google Images. So I will download one image. Okay, so for example, let's download this image. No. Okay, let's download this image. Okay, I will name it as A. Okay, you can name it anything you want. And then what I will do, let me clear all this one which we did last time. And I will create only one div. Okay, and I will give some class name to that. For example, 1. So if I want to apply some CSS to this class, I will use .1 because the name of this class is 1, and since I have to apply to the class, I will use dot. This is also I have taught in previous class. If you go back and you will see why I put .1, and I will be showing more about this tomorrow. But this is the way to assign the CSS to this div. So here I can say maybe I will give some width to it, which I have not taught you what the width is. For example, right now I'm giving the width of 200 pixel, height of 200 pixel. Don't worry about these 2 lines. I have not taught you these 2 things. I'm just putting it for my teaching purpose. I have not taught you border also, but I will put border. That is not the purpose of this exercise. The purpose of this exercise is the border position, background position. Okay, so just concentrate on the background position for this exercise. These 3 are just for the demo purpose. 1 pixel solid black. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so I don't see anything why I have to check. Looks like this is not taking it. Let me change. Let me change to something different name. Okay, so one second. Okay. No, it's correct. So because of this, two of the star slash, it was, messing up the CSS. I removed this line, and then this part works fine. So now it's working fine. Let me open it. 1 second. Yeah. So now you can see the border, this box. Okay. So don't worry about this width, height, and border for now. I will. I just put it. I just put it for to see where exactly is the box. And let me remove this part. Okay. So this is my box, and I will give the background image. I will put the background image of this a.jpg. So I'll put a. So you will see the image which I downloaded here is coming here. Okay, now let me reduce the size of this width to 100 right now for now. So you will see the size is still reduced of this box to 100 pixel. Now what I will do, I don't want to repeat it, so I will just say no repeat. It should come only one time. So let me put that part also. So I'll say background repeat equal to no repeat, because I don't want multiple copies of this anyway. And what else I can put? Attachment I don't need. Repeat image color. Okay. Now what I want to know, that I have only one single image, but I want to show only this hand. How can I use only this hand to show this hand? So I have to move this background so that I should reach to this hand, and I can only show this hand part in this my div. I will reduce the size of div more, but for understanding purpose I kept little bigger. Once I reach to this hand, I will reduce the size of this box. So I want to go to this hand. So to do that, I will give the background position to reach to that level. So that is the purpose of this exercise, that we have to move to that position. Now what position I have to give? I have to, in the background position, I will put it background position here. I'll show you how to give. I can write the background position in the here also, background position. But before really putting it here, I want to experiment it here in this my console, and once I'm satisfied it, I will put that background position in my real class. So to see whether I am at the right position, I will do directly manipulate it here. In the console, I can how to go to this point. So let's say I have this. So I have this as a page. Then I will go to developer tools, and there is a console. And in console, in addition to console, we have the elements. I'll go to elements, and inside the element, I have to go to this div class. But in real world, there may be very many div classes, many div elements. So how to reach to this div? I will use this pointer, and I will choose this one. Once I click this, it will automatically point me to the div which I want to edit it. Now once I'm in this div, I will change the CSS properties which I want. And this is for experimental purpose. If I refresh the page, this will be gone, because once I change this, I have to copy that property and put it in my file. If I don't put it in my file, and if I refresh the page, all the changes will go away. So let's put the background position. So background position, I have to give the x-axis and the y-axis. So if it starts with the 0 point here, and it whatever the size of image is there, and I can go to any point in this background image, but I have to move this little bit first x on the x-axis on the left side. Okay, so to move on the left side, I will use like this. So for the x-axis, first I will try with -100 pixel. So if I start with the -100 pixel, and I have to give the y-axis also, y-axis I will put 0 pixel. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So if I put -1 at the axis, that means it will move to the left side and I will see something here right now. See, it is coming here 0 0 something 0 0. I have to move a little bit more on the left side so that I should reach this end. So what I will do, I will increase this minus value and you will see the image, background image is moving to the left side. I got the first lady here, which you can see in this image. This I reached up to this point. I have to reach to this point. Okay, so let me go a little more on the left side. Okay, I reached the hand, but they are little bit down. I need to move little bit up. So if I want to move little bit up, I will put this into minus also. So I reach to this point. So now I am able to show the hand in the picture. Though I have this big image, but with the help of background position, I can only show the part which I want to show to the user. And this way, you know, if you will download each of this image separately, like man, hand, thumbs up, if you download each image, it will take more time to download and user has to wait till all the images are downloaded. But with one image, once you download the one image, based on the background position, we can show whatever we want. So for example, I put this one. Let's say if I want to show this umbrella. Okay, so if I want to show this umbrella, so I have to go till this down and then I have to go till right to get this umbrella. So I will go down till I get this telephone and then I'll go to the right till I get this one. So let me go this. I will go down. So since I have to go to y-axis, I will use this one. So I will go down till I get telephone, then I will move to the right. I got telephone. Okay, now I will move to the right. That means this is the x-axis. I will reduce this to whatever I want. See the back image here on the left side, how it is moving. So I can go to whatever image I want, I can show that to the user. So now I can show this one. So the image is only one, but with the help of this background position, I am able to show whatever I want. So the user will not know that I have so much big image because he will only see this part and he will not see the other whole big image. So one div I can put as this umbrella. So let me copy this, otherwise I will lose it. So I will put it here. Now when I refresh the page next time, I will be able to see this umbrella only. Let me create few div so that I can put 5 images. So let's copy class 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, this is 1, okay. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't have, I will use 5 here. I copied class 5 times. I copied this div 5 times. And in each case, I am using the same image, same position. You will see all will be showing same image. Okay, let's try to change. In each case, I will change the image. So for second image, I will take this plus sign. So let me inspect it. So once I click inspect, you will see, or if I can click this search an element and I can select this second div, you will see my div is selected, this second one, and I can change the my class 2. So here I will change the X position. I want plus sign here. Okay, so I will copy this position for the second class, that is my class 2. I will change only the background position. So now if I refresh, this position is fixed because I know that at this point I have the plus sign. So like this, I can choose any image and I can change it to 3, 4, and 5. Let's do again one more time. Let me see if I want this last one. Okay, so this last one. My aim is to get the last one. So to get the last one, I have to go down. What I have umbrella. For umbrella is here. I have to go down till calculator and I have to go till end. So let me first go down. I will right click and inspect it. So I am on the class 3. Now I have to go down. That means I will use this one. Let me go down completely. So you will not know the position unless you do live in the browser. You cannot guess which position is for what. So I will do 3, then you have to do all the 5. Okay, so this is the one, I got it. So let me save this position and I will put it here. Now you will see all have this code repeating, only the change is the background position. So I can take this top code and put it in another class. Maybe I can say my div. So I will put all the top 4 lines or 5 lines and I will put it in the my div and I will remove it from every class because it is used everywhere. I don't need to repeat it again and again. Since I have my div, but in each of these div you will see my class is there but my div is not there, so it is kind of broken here. So what I have to do, I have to copy, I have to give space and I have to apply my div. So that means the class from properties from my div will also be applied to this div. Properties from my class will be applied for this div, and for the second row my div will be applied and my class 2 will be applied. For the third row, my div will be applied, that is this one, and my class 3 will be applied, that is this property. For the fourth, my div and my class 4. For the fifth, my div and my class 5. So this will be applied to all the divs, but for each one I have another class which will take the properties from their class declaration. Okay, so that is how we do it. So now I applied for the 3 images. Now I will give you the link of this image and you can, I will put it in the chat, you can copy this one and I will tell everybody you have to put only one element which I will tell you. So everyone I will give you different one and then you have to create this div element and use that position to make it work. So for now in the style tag just click create one line, only one div. I want only one div. Apply the CSS and the position you have to change. So for each one I will give you the position. Okay, so before I give you the position, only do this much. Let me do one more example. So you have to do that only. I will do here, so which you have to do. I will remove all the, so you have to create only one div, delete all, only one div. So this is the one which you have to put. Copy these lines of the code and then I will give you the image which everyone has to put. So for each one, I will give the different image which you have to put. So before I give you the image, just copy these lines of the code. The HTML part I can give you again. I can give the HTML part, or I will this. Let me give you the HTML part. I will not give you this part which you have to write down. I will not give you this part which you have to write down. Only this much part I will put it in the chat. So you can take this much part and put this style div here and put this div here. Only thing which you need to do is background position. You have to change based on my based on what I will tell you now. Let me know once it is done. This part is done. Then I will tell you who will do which image. So let's say I will give Ali. Ali should do this fan, for example. Okay. Okay, so Ali got it. Ali will do this fan part. So I want the position of this. If I put the background, only change the background position so that I can only change this background position so that I will know that this is the fan. So Ali will do the fan. Let me put it everyone's name. Ali is fan. Okay. Let me do another one. Who is there? Anshi. Anshi will do this percentage sign. This one. This percentage sign. Okay, let me do another one. Another one is Desti. Desti will do this ambulance. Okay, who is next? How? How will do this clock? Top right. Okay, who is next? Krish. Krish will do this cup. Okay, this cup and plate. If you don't know, ask me now. I will help you. If you keep in your head that you don't know and if you don't ask me, then after 1 month you will be lost. Okay, next is Naveen. Naveen will do this tools. Can you see tools? And Nikhil will do this TV. Can you see this TV? And Ole will do what you can do. This mobile. Do this mobile. Okay, Yash will do which one? Okay, this bulb. This one. This bulb. Okay, Kate will do this heart. And who else? Okay, all are done. Yash will do bulb. Kate will do heart. And Ole will do mobile. Nikhil will do this screen monitor. This screen monitor. Okay. Give me the background position once you get that. Then I will put that background position here to see if you are right or wrong. And if you have not copied it, give me the position. Nikhil has done. Give me the position, background position. Okay, let me check this position. Okay, let me check. Oh, okay. Wait. It's 5:56. Sorry. Okay, 5:56. Okay, and then it is for minus 194. Yes, this is correct. Okay, Ole, do it later whenever you have time. Okay, so this position is correct. See, one person has completed it in this position. So I told the monitor and this position is correct for monitor. Let me see other people how do they are doing. Okay, Naveen, you can do later. Okay, let's see. One person has done. How? Let me see. What is that? Minus 1171. Okay, let me put minus 1171 and another is 14. Okay, yeah, correct. So this is correct. Clock is there at this position. I can see the clock. Ali is using mobile. Okay, send me tomorrow. Okay, let me see any other. So if you have not done this HTML, just put this HTML and do it. And somehow if you cannot do it, submit it later. And if you not understood it, ask me. I will explain this 10 times so that you should understand what I am trying to say. So this five position I have this three lines I have not taught you. Just put whatever I showed you. Image I told you on that day, but you can copy it and you can copy the repeat part also. Then create another class and put the background position in it and apply both the class here in this div tag. Okay, I will show you some more things and just other people, I will wait for other people who have done it. I need only the background position. Someone is sending the whole HTML. I don't need the whole HTML. Okay, till people are doing, I will just show you this CSS background position in w3school.com. The only thing which I want to show, right now I put this number minus 1171 pixel or 14 pixel, but in reality you can also add the values like left top, left center, left bottom, right top, right center, right bottom. Though this position, this left top, left center will not give you exact this image which you want, but this is for different purpose. If you want to show the image like I showed here, then you have to use the exact position which I mentioned here. But for other reason, if you want to show at the left top, left center, then you can use these positions. You can use also percentage wise, 100%, 50%, whatever you want to show, or you can show position. This X position and Y position is something which we are using here. This is the X position, this is the Y position. And also initial, don't forget about initial, it's not very important. Let's see how it looks like. So this is the image. If I give the left top, this whole screen is a div. So if I put left and top, it will be stick to here. Background image will stick to here. If I say left center, it will come to the center. It will come to the bottom. Right top will come on the right top. or right center or right bottom. Center top will go to the center and top, center and center and bottom. 50% will go to the x-axis also 50%, y-axis also 50%, so it will go here. 25% is x-axis is 25%, and from the top it is going to 75%, so it is called 25%, 75%. If I put pixel, 10 pixel from the left side and 200 pixel from the top, we are able to see the position like this. 50 pixel from the left side, 50 pixel from the top side, we are seeing the 50-50 pixel. If I kept initial is the default, that is the left top. So these are the different background position which you can apply in your website, and when we will build the real website, we will see a lot more examples of this one. So right now, only the task to understand the background position is this, because this is the real world example, and in many of the projects you have to apply the image icon, and with the help of this image you can put any icon anywhere on the page. Let me see the background position of the Yash, minus 250. And minus 380. Yeah, so this is correct. So like this, you can go to any position in the image and display that to the user. And what is the how many images we downloaded? We downloaded only one image. So the load on the server is only one image, but we can display any of this icon on the page. So this is the most optimized way to display the icon on the page. Okay, that is all for about the background position today. Tomorrow we will see something new in the CSS and do more things in the CSS. And later on we will build one website which will be only based on the HTML and CSS, only for the looks purpose. Okay, that's all for today. Any questions you can ask.